All right, we're going to see if these gasgas lever will fit on this Brembo master cylinder. Sure looks like it would. It looks like all they did is cut. The only difference I see is this tongue sticking out. We'll see if they'll work though. That's the question. So, clean that up in there. If I end up having to use the Brembo master cylinder, what, they got a different spring or something? Huh, the spring doesn't like the... What am I doing wrong here? No, they don't fit the width of this. Yeah, shoot. Okay. Other than that, they look like they're made the same, but they sure don't fit. Super close. Purposely made not to fit, huh? Well, I'm going to clean this up, and looks like we may be using it. I'm not sure yet. What I'll probably try to do is put this Brembo caliper on in place of the brektec caliper and see if I can use the brektec master cylinder and it still works better than the brektec system. Because I watched a video where the guy just changed the master cylinder up on the bars and he said nothing happened, nothing noticeable anyway happened until he put the Brembo caliper on the fork and used it. So we'll see what happens. Basically, we're mimicking the same video I've already seen. So, but this guy had for whatever reason, he had brektec on a Husky, and I'm sure it's the same brakes, but they didn't do so well. But these, actually, within 3/4 of an inch, are starting to stop within an inch. They're stopped. I mean, they're got a lot of pressure on them by then. So yeah, it's pretty. It might be a little hard to come up with. Yeah, 3/4 of an inch. They're stopping. This is setting out here at 3. Yeah, aftermarket lever may be the difference. I don't really know, but 3/4 of an inch. They're grabbing. They're all the way stopped at an inch. So, but it seems like I have noticed that they're, you know, a little less. Maybe it's a little weaker, but it may be in my head too. So we'll have to see what we come up with. I'm going to change the caliper first and see if that does it. Put a Brembo caliper on it and go from there. We'll come back and test it. All right, I'm going to vacuum bleed this out. Try not to make a huge mess. What I'm going to do is pump it out with this vacuum bleeder. And hope I don't make a huge mess. Till they're empty. All right. Move you over here. These two calipers are really similar to each other. I mean, they're just about identical. They've got the same lines pretty much. Really similar. So, I almost wonder if it's the banjo bolts. This one has slots down the side of it where the fluid goes. So, this is the style that has the hole in the end. So I really don't know if that makes the difference. I just don't really feel like these calipers are much different at all. They seem to be about real similar. So it's really hard to say. It's hard to call it. But we'll get them swapped over, or the one swapped over. This thing is a little fragile piece, your speedometer. Got to transfer that over to the brembo, and it's off of SX, and it still has the holes for it. So, all right, we got the brembo caliper on. Looking pretty good. Got everything bled as good as I care to do it right now. Let me see if I can get this camera to... Alright, let's see if we can measure the difference. And it's measurable. I've never messed with the adjustment on the lever or anything like that. So as soon as you basically, yeah, it's like double the, as soon as you start pulling it, it's, yeah, it starts to bite. So it cut it in half. It cut in half the amount you have to pull it. Let's try it again where you can see it. All right, let's see. It's hard to do this, but yeah, I mean, it goes from about 3 and we'll call it 3 1/4 to 2 1/2, 3/4 of an inch. It's dead stop. So yeah, if that far. More like a 1/2 inch. So it cut the play in half. It doesn't feel as firm as if I would have put the brembo master cylinder on it, I don't think. But I think that might not be about a 3/4 of an inch. It stopped. I can always put that on there later. It definitely did tighten it up, that's for sure. We'll see how that does, and hopefully it does good, and that'll be that. Go ride it Sunday or this Saturday and report back. It's only like going to be 40 something degrees out.